In today's video, I'm going to draw Mr. Snake from The Bad Guys. And hey, King Cobra, thank you for your suggestion. Cool name, by the way, too. Just going to draw a shape like so for Mr. Snake's head. And he's going to be opening up a safe. So I've just got to draw a few little construction lines to show you where the safe is. So it's a sort of a rectangled box. So I'm just going to bring that through there. So I'm going to make it bigger. And this is why I draw in pencil and get my construction lines looking good. Make sure I plan it out and get it on the page first before I add all the details. So he's got his head here, his body comes around and then wraps around, and then it's going to be opening a dial. So the dial is like an oval shape there, and this is one of those big opening wheels here. So I've got those two in position, got his head roughly worked out. His hat sort of comes up here like this. Not going to draw all the details in, just looking at, and then this is the part of the safe that comes down. And all right, now I reckon I've got enough lines in here to start working out where he is. And I'm just going to draw a bit of a curved line because this is the outer part of his body, the snake. Mr. Snake, what a character. Love the movie. And he comes up and around like that. And then his neck comes out, it comes around, and this part is his body. Now, I have not got all the details on. I've got the construction lines on. Now it's time to add the details. Let's start with Mr. Snake's face. So this is going to be his eyebrow coming down and in, then his cheek, and then a shape line like that. So it comes around. This is probably one of the trickier parts. And that's his mouth. Then he has a cool split tongue, like so. He has a couple of little fangs that you can see. Now, if you've seen the movie, you'll know how cool the character he is and how he's pretty tricky. But I'm not going to give any more of it away. So this is the bottom part of his jaw. Comes out, and then he's got a cheek that comes around, and then he's got a couple of eyebrows. So because he looks pretty mean, I'm going to bring this eyebrow in like that, and then the other eyebrow comes up over like so, and he's got some fairly thick black eyebrows. So I'm just going to, that's one of them. And then this is the other one over here like that. There's his eyebrows, and we can colour them in if we want. And this line comes over like so. Hey, check out these awesome fan arts done during the Minion and Gru videos. Well done, guys. Remember, you can put a pause anytime to catch up if you need to. All right, so I've got his eyebrows. Now let's put his eyes on. So little curve. Bring it around with a little pupil. Now he's sort of looking out to the right, making sure no one's coming while he's trying to open up the safe. And then another pupil there. And he's got a little line through here. A couple of little lines underneath his eyes, like so. And then you will put a line in like this. And then a couple of little C shapes for his nostrils. Now he wears this cool little hat, so let's put his hat on, one line through there, which is the rim of the hat. And then we're going to bring a line coming back and across like so, around. Just going to bring that around like that. Let's put a little circle badge on it, on his head. Looks like a little sad face. And then we're going to put the top of his hat on, curved line around, and this is like, this line is a curve. So there's Mr. Snake's face. All right, this is his body, but we're going to put his shirt on. So let's draw this part of his shirt body, line like so. Another line curving out. And then this curves around and joins into his head. Okay, now I can put his shirt on. So he's got a shirt on with a collar. Cool Hawaiian looking shirt with some cool flowers on. This is his collar here that I'm drawing. And then his shirt will come down, join the edge of his body and then finish there. Now we're going to draw the other side. So the collar, like that. And the bottom part of the collar of his shirt comes down, up and around like that. And then this will come down and in line with this, comes back and around like that. And then comes back up to join there. So that's his shirt. Now he's going to have 3 buttons. 1, a little cross, 2, a little cross, and 3 with a little cross. Now he's got some flowers on his shirt that we can bring in later on. Let's draw him sitting down. So he sort of curves around like this, curves around, then back up, and then back into here like that. Now this is the front of him, so he's got this part and we've got to draw the underbelly of him. So it comes down and around like so. And he's got a little bit here, and then he's got another little bit like that, and then a little bit that curves around. So this is the front of his body, then his tail comes around and it probably goes up and in behind there and comes back around and is trying to open the dial. Let's put these belly lines on, curve it up, curving it up, and another one. And now he's got some cool patterns on the back of him, so we're going to just do some little bumpy line like that, and then another little bumpy line with a oval and another curve like that. He's got some cool patterns on him. Now this is the back of his shirt, of him, his neck coming around, and that finishes up there. Now you're going to see the front part of him here, and we're just going to put that pattern work on as it comes down through like that. And these are coming down. These ones are going to come up because it's above halfway. So bring them over like this. And then we're going to bring these ones almost level. Put another one in there. That's looking pretty good. There's Mr. Snake looking awesome. So we could put the flowers on, but before we do that, I'm going to draw the safe. Let's start with this little wheel here that opens the safe. So you've got an oval shape with a little part like so. We did an oval with another little bit, now another oval. Now this is the tricky part. These are the parts that come off. We could use a pencil. I'm going to put a little handle coming off there. Little one like that there, little one there, and now we put a little one here, so in line with that, like a little U shape, in line with this one, like that, and then in line with that one, we're going to bring one up there like that. Now we bring this as a solid line coming around, and curve that in there like that. Now we've got to put all the bigger parts on, so they sort of get wider as they come out. Think of that as a little dot, and this comes a bit wider. And then we have a little line like that. This one we've got to make sure that it's, if we were to draw a big oval shape, they all need to be sort of similar sort of length. And keep going. Remember, the more you practice, the better you're going to get at drawing. And these aren't all perfect, but they're looking pretty good. Bring that out. Now that's the handles, and then there's this other little bit around here, so another little curved line like that, and then we've got another circle that comes around. Can't see that, and then this must be elevated, so there's another little bit of a rim there, and there's that little part. Now let's draw him. This is part of the side of the work. Okay, I'm just going to finish the rest off now with the dial. So half the dial with his tail, try and open it. So curve line like that. And it bumps up, comes across, then down and around. So this part here curves in, another little curve in, and then this one is a smoother curve that comes all the way around. So depending on how you like to do your curves, I'm going to do mine from the top and come this way because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you might try the other way. And can bring it around and down. So this is the bottom, and then it turns into the top of the tail. So the other part of the tail is here. Now it gets thinner as it comes through. So try and keep this thinner as it comes around and up like that. And this is the safe here. Corner of the safe is a bit rounded. And around this part off here. Bring this down. Round that off. This is the corner of the safe. And then we're going to draw a line coming down there. Make it a rounded edge. And just see a little bit of that top part there. Make sure it lines up with here. Now he looks good. The safe is looking pretty cool, but we need to put some patterns on here, and this is quite tricky. So you see a little bit of the underbelly, and then it comes around and gets narrower like that. You can see a little bit here. So this is the under part here. So the line coming in and just getting thinner here. And just like we did with those bits, we need to do some other bits on here to make it look like it's rounded. These are called contour lines, and they can help make it look good and rounded. So bringing that this way, and one there. Now he's got, you see this pattern here that I sort of started? You see it better on this part of his tail. So this is kind of tricky. So what you're going to draw is a bumpy line coming up like this. Follow it up through here like that. Bumpy line. Now when we get here, we get a bit smaller and it starts to hit this other side. So that's one side of it. Now here is what we do here is it comes in and out, in and out. So you're matching the in parts and the out parts. That comes out, in, out, in, out, in, and now we've got to carry this one all the way. And it gets smaller as his tail gets smaller. So bringing that there, you could use a thinner pen if you had one, all the way there. Now on the inner parts of these, he has like a oval shape. So you only see half of it because that's over the other side of the snake there. But here you see all of it. So let's draw the oval shapes. Now if I'm going too fast, remember you can pause it and slow it down. So here you only start to see half of them and they get quite small. Now we've got to finish this knob off because the knob doesn't look 3D. So we've got to make that another curved line like that. And we'll do a couple more. That'll do. That is the dial of Mr. Snake opening a safe, because he is a bad guy, but he is really a good guy. If you've watched the movie, he's a great character. All right, it's time now for me to give him a bit of a thicker outline in parts. Hope you enjoyed drawing Mr. Snake as much as I did. And check out these amazing fan arts work by some of the students. How about you keep drawing Mr. Snake's mates, some of the other bad guys? Until next time, I will see you later. Cheers. Bye.